in Week 13. We've got a looking to lock down his former team. Jalen Ramsey and the Rams take on the visiting Jaguars. Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Quarterback Matthew Stafford bringing out the L.A. offense. And Stafford, of course, all those years in Detroit and now in his first season with Los Angeles.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. This defense for the Jags, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On the return, here's Agnew. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They'll run for the first time with Trevor. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Arnold. Touchdown! Dan Arnold, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Stafford. Open man. Higbee, the tight end.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The defense, they were swarming. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to...
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
He's a pickup of 12 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Come on, fellas, take over 1st and 10. At their own 8.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On play action, Lawrence going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one, unsuccessfully.
Here's a give to Etienne. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
ETN with it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face a third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now he's going to be marked out very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run the option. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
That catch good for only a couple. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd and 8. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick, more than a space eater.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To try again after the sack, Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lawrence looking for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the upright. Makes the score 21-0.
Rams nothing.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 4 yards remain for second down.
Second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Only able to gain a couple there. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Here's Etienne. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
So second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the option, here's Etienne. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 4th down, here's the option. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
65 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give, it's ETN off the option. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And they work this out past the 25. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Like
put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Stafford hooking up with Akers, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Rams! Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
What's up, man?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Yeah, baby. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. ETN once more. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Now Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A handoff for ETN. He's to the 10. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by the rookie Travis Etienne. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans.